How you doing, everybody? It's Coach Burgess, and your HumanityWOD today obviously isn't put on your sunscreen. It's draft your code. Now, I'm going to preface this by confessing something to you guys. I've been using a performance-enhancing drug for about 5 years to get ahead in my field. By using this drug, I'm able to sleep less, work harder, longer, basically be more productive than my peers. And I actually have zero regrets about doing this. I went into it knowing the risks, and I have things that I want to achieve in my life that I'm willing to do things to get there. You know, there's a saying about being an entrepreneur. You know, a lot of successful people are willing to live some years of their life like others won't, so they can live the majority of their lives like others can't. Now, what is this mystery substance? It's caffeine. It's, by definition, a performance-enhancing drug. And I'm bringing this up because, once again, PEDs in professional sports is a hot topic, on TV right now. And whenever this comes up, I've always thought it rather interesting just because of how prevalently caffeine consumption is in our society. And again, going by those definitions, what's the difference between a sports writer using an extra cup or two of coffee to meet a deadline versus a baseball player doing something that other baseball players are doing to get ahead in his field? Now, I'm not saying this to advocate or condone all-out drug usage in sports. That's not where I'm going with this. What I am trying to say, though, is that there are people in this world that are willing to do things that you aren't. Especially the older you get and the further you move professionally, things get very competitive. It's like that quote from the Rocky Balboa movie, "Life ain't all sunshine and rainbows," and it will beat you down if you let it. There are people, again, out there in the world, they may even be your coworkers, your boss, your neighbors, and even your family, and they're willing to do things that you aren't to get ahead in life. Now, that doesn't really matter. What does matter is how you choose to respond to that. And I'm a big believer in actions and personal responsibility. So if you draft your code and then live accordingly, that's going to be the most effective way to create change. Instead of just standing from some elevated platform and trying to shout at other people to change their behavior, change yourself first. He who moves himself first is going to be the best person to change the world. So remember that as you go forward. I want you to draft your code, live by your rules, as opposed to trying to just formulate opinions on other people. And I say draft for a reason. This is something that should be ever evolving. We grow as individuals. Our perspectives shift. This is something that I'm filming at 29 that I probably wouldn't have been saying at 19, and it'll definitely be different 10 years from now. So I want you guys to draft your code, and remember, if we take action, that's how we're going to be the change we wish to see in the world.